Get out of my room. Don't touch me. I will not. Bitch, I'll knock you out. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. No, you guys.
An explosive new clip has flooded social feeds. Capturing the moment Jackie snapped in a hotel hallway after Chantel's secret pregnancy drama went public. Fans are shocked as the footage reveals Jackie launching a fierce blow, her eyes blazing with betrayal. Rumors have been swirling that Chantel quietly leaked intimate voice memos to boost her storyline, and now the family was left divided as loyalties crumbled in seconds. Emotions ran high when the unexpected confrontation spiraled. Jackie's trembling voice demanded answers, while Chantal's defiant glare dared her mother to reveal the truth. Whispers insist that long-time resentments over favoritism and past betrayals fueled this violent eruption. Just when viewers thought they had seen every shocking twist, a private diary excerpt surfaced hinting at decades of hidden grudges ready to explode. In the aftermath, Brandi and Evelyn scramble to mediate, but their pleas are drowned out by the roar of public opinion. As cameras circle, every breath, every tear, every shouted accusation is dissected and replayed. With betrayal cutting deeper than any blow, the question hangs in the air. Is this a final fracture or the spark of an even larger showdown? Buckle up, because this savage fight is only the opening salvo in a war over family loyalty unlike anything you've ever seen. The hotel corridor was eerily silent before the blow landed. Chantel's stiletto clipped against the marble floor. As she backed away, her breathing shallow, mascara streaking her cheeks. Jackie's fist trembled from the force of the strike, knuckles reddened with adrenaline and raw hurt. Fans are shocked that a single moment could shatter centuries of unspoken rules about mother-daughter decorum. Emotions ran high as onlookers whispered, some rushing forward to separate them, others frozen in disbelief. Chantel's voice cracked between sobs. "How could you, Mom?" While Jackie's glare burned with betrayal, "You leaked our private pain for views." The family was left divided in that instant. Alliances forming in seconds as every witness chose a side. Earlier that day, Chantal had sat in the suite's plush lounge, clutching her phone like a lifeline. Her colleagues buzzed around her eyes, darting to the screen where a voice memo played softly. "I've carried this secret for months," Chantel whispered, replaying her own words. "But maybe it's time the world saw my truth." Insiders claim Chantal believed the leak would redeem her fractured image, painting her as a brave truth-teller. At brunch, Brandi had smiled politely, then slipped an SMS to Evelyn. "Did you hear? Ach, Chantal's dropping the bomb today?" Evelyn's curt reply, "This will backfire," set the tone for the afternoon storm. Beneath the glam brunch setting, every sip of champagne tasted of looming catastrophe. By mid-afternoon, social feeds exploded with snippets of Chantel's announcement, a calm, composed confession that she was expecting her first child. In the pristine video, she cradled her abdomen, framing it as a symbol of new beginnings. Fans are shocked at how quickly praise turned to suspicion, with comments questioning whether this reveal was orchestrated. #threads weaved theories. Some hailed Chantel's courage. Others accused her of weaponizing her baby news for franchise leverage. Jackie watched the backlash grow on her phone, disbelief turning to fury. "You used my voice memos as clickbait," Jackie texted Chantal, the words bold with accusation. Chantal's delayed reply read like a pre-written statement. "I needed to reclaim my story." The moment of confrontation brewed backstage, where crew members overheard fragments of a heated call. "Don't you dare act like your pain is mine," Jackie demanded, voice heavy. Chantal shot back, "I'm tired of hiding behind your approval." Tensions ratcheted higher when production assistants reported Chantal privately confiding that the leak originated from her own manager, but that she stood by the fallout. Somewhere between pride and desperation, Chantal had convinced herself that vulnerability would translate to solidarity. Yet Jackie saw only strategy, a calculated gamble that put family trust on the line. As the camera blinked red in the hallway, both women prepared for a collision that would redefine their bond. The fatal moment arrived when Chantal approached her mother in the dimly lit corridor. Heels clicking, she held out a printed copy of leaked chat logs, evidence of whispers and side comments meant to humiliate. "Read these," Chantal said, voice low but steely. "You want to know what they really think of you?" Eyes narrowed at the pages. "He manipulated me," she spat. "Exploited my love for our family." Fans are shocked by the raw intensity of the exchange, more reminiscent of a crime scene than a reality show set. Crew members fanned out, ready to intercept. But even they hesitated as to world's private trust and public. Spectacle clashed in that narrow space. A gasp echoed as Chantal tossed the papers to the ground. "I'm not your sidekick anymore," she declared, tearing at her hair. Jackie's response was an instinctive lunge, a mixture of maternal protectiveness and wounded pride. The blow, swift and unplanned, connected with Chantel's shoulder, sending her staggering. For a heartbeat, the corridor froze, the echo of pain louder than any shouted word. Then came the frenzy. Assistants grabbed Jackie's arms. Chantal collapsed against a wall, phone clattering to tiles as tears spilled. Emotions ran high among witnesses, some rushing to Chantel's side, others supporting Jackie's need to defend her honor. In the aftermath, Chantel's sobs mixed with seething, whispers from the gathered crew. Brandi knelt beside her friend, gently wiping mascara from her cheek. "You okay?" she asked, voice trembling. Chantal shook her head, lips quivering. "I just wanted the truth to come out," she croaked. Nearby, Evelyn fussed over Jackie, her hands fluttering like a frightened bird. "You did what you had to do," Evelyn murmured, though her eyes betrayed doubt. Whispers of self-defense and uncontrolled rage rippled through the group. The family was left divided in those charged minutes. As loyalty lines solidified in the fallout's glow, back in her private dressing room, Chantal scrolled through social media. Each new notification, a fresh sting. Supporters called the attack. Moms regret while detractors sniped that Chantal got what she deserved. A journalist friend texted, "We need your side." Chantal paused, finger hovering over the keyboard. She typed, deleted, paused again, then logged off. Meanwhile, Jackie sat across a mirrored vanity, applying lotion to her knuckles, the swelling already visible. She stared at her reflection, shoulders weighted by guilt and relief. "I never thought I'd hit you," she whispered to her reflection, tears blurring the glass. A silent video call pinged from Douglas, her husband. And she braced for judgment. As evening fell, the hotel lobby transformed into Media Central. Paparazzi lined the entrance, flashes punctuating the dusk. Chantal slipped past in sunglasses, guarded by two assistants. Jackie emerged separately, head bowed, flanked by Evelyn and Brandi. Fans are shocked at how a quick exit sparks more speculation than on-camera confessions. Questions shot from microphones. What led to the strike? Will there be legal action? Both women remained silent, their paths diverging under the floodlights. In the hush that followed, the leaked voice memos and diary excerpts loomed larger than any physical bruise, feeding an insatiable hunger for the next revelation. By nightfall, theories mingled online like smoke and thunder. Some claimed that Chantel's leaked audio was doctored. Others insisted Jackie had long harbored resentment over being overshadowed by her younger daughter. Rumor sites posted side-by-side images of past family photos, magnifying a decades-old narrative of favoritism. Emotions ran high among viewers debating the real villain. Behind closed doors, think tanks of stylists, producers, and showrunners strategized damage control. But in the quiet corners of the hotel, Chantel and Jackie replayed the moment over and over, haunted by what one strike had unleashed. Alliances had shifted, trust eroded, and a single violent blow was only the opening gambit in a war for truth and redemption. In the quiet aftermath, Chantal retreated to her suite, the door clicking shut behind her like a final verdict. The rooms. Sterile silence swallowed her sobs as she collapsed onto the chaise lounge, clutching a pillow to her chest. Memories flooded in, small moments where Jackie had held her hand, wiped away tears after a scraped knee, cheered for every milestone. Now those warm recollections lay poisoned beneath betrayal and regret. Fans are shocked by how swiftly love can sour when ambition and insecurity collide. Chantal's trembling fingers dialed Douglas, her partner, but each time she summoned the courage to press call, doubt silenced her. Meanwhile, Jackie paced the hallway outside, breath hitching with every echoing step. Her knuckles throbbed, not from pain, but from the weight of her actions. "I had to protect myself," she murmured, though her voice cracked with uncertainty. Evelyn hovered nearby, her gaze torn between sisterly duty and professional poise. "You did what you felt was right," Evelyn insisted, words laced with both comfort and caution. Behind them, Brandi checked her phone's newsfeed, grimacing at the headlines labeling the incident family fury and maternal meltdown. The family was left divided as each woman wrestled with her truth. Was this a News outlets wasted no time. Within minutes, exclusive snippets of the corridor clash circulated. Slow-motion replays of clenched fists. Gasps from startled crew, Chantal's mascara-streaked face pressed against cool marble. Fans dissected every angle, debating whether Jackie's move was an act of self-defense or uncontrolled rage. Online polls splintered the audience. 47% condemned Jackie's violence. 53% praised her for standing up to what they called Chantal's manipulative tactics. Comments flooded with "I'm stunned" and "this is not okay." A reminder that public opinion can shift as quickly as a camera's shutter. As dusk settled, producers convened an emergency meeting in the penthouse lounge. Plaid notebooks and half-empty coffee cups littered a mahogany table. "We need a narrative," one executive muttered, tapping a finger against a folder marked "Confidential." Another chimed in, "We frame this as two sides of a conflict, the protective mother and the vengeful daughter." But some hesitated, warning that too tight a spin risked alienating the audience. Emotions ran high in that room, mirroring the chaos they sought to contain. Ultimately, they drafted a joint statement carefully worded to express regret without admitting legal liability, acknowledging that family tensions can escalate under pressure. Back in the suite, Chantal scrolled through her own social media accounts, each notification a fresh pang of pain. "I can't believe she hit me," she typed into a draft post, then deleted it seconds later. Instead, she posted a vague status. "Some truths cut deeper than any blow." Fans are shocked at the cryptic tone, fueling speculation that more revelations lie ahead. Private messages from supporters poured in. One friend urged her to seek counseling. Another warned her to consult legal counsel. Chantal felt trapped between her need for emotional healing and the pressure to maintain her public image. In contrast, Jacques sat for an impromptu interview with a backstage camera crew. She cradled a mug of tea, her nails bitten to their beds. "I never wanted it to come to this," she confessed, voice soft. "But when lies become currency, you have to fight back." Her words reverberated with raw sincerity, prompting some fans to rally behind her. Yet others accused her of grandstanding. The family was left divided as allies and detractors clung to quotes that reinforced their biases, proof that in the reality TV arena, perception becomes reality. Later that night, a hush fell over the hotel's rooftop deck where Chantal and Evelyn found themselves alone under the glow of string lights. Evelyn placed a hand on Chantel's shoulder. "This wasn't the plan," she whispered. Chantel bristled, pulling away. "Wasn't your plan, maybe?" she retorted, eyes glinting with hurt. "You knew what I was going to do." Evelyn's breath caught. "I tried to warn you," she said, voice low. A heavy silence settled, broken only by distant traffic. Fans are shocked by the public airing of such intimate fractures, once sealed behind closed doors. two sisters caught in the crossfire of ambition and love stood at an impasse, unsure which path to take. Meanwhile, Brandi hosted a small gathering in her suite, inviting a handful of confidants to brainstorm damage control. The cream-colored walls echoed with hushed strategizing. "We need to humanize both of them," Brandi urged, swirling wine in her glass. Showed the emotional context. But a guest pointed out the risk. Too much explanation drags the narrative. Tension coiled around the table as they weighed authenticity against sensationalism. Fans are shocked that behind every headline stack lies a secret council molding the story's trajectory. Reality, it seemed, was as manufactured as the tears-foddering nightly recaps dot across the city. Gossip blogs teased leaks from Chantel's personal journal, promising untold pages of betrayal and regret. Excerpts surfaced. Chantel's hand, trembling as she wrote of childhood moments when Jackie outshone her. Her horror as she realized footage would be exploited for ratings. "I never signed up for this," one line read, kindling both empathy and outrage. Emotions ran high as readers formed emotional attachments. Some empathized with Chantel's anguish. Others condemned her for betraying her mother's privacy. The family was left divided among virtual camps, each defending its heroine. As dawn approached, Chantel lay awake, nightmares replaying the hallway scene. She felt the sting of the blow, heard the echo of Jackie's cry. "My own mother," she whispered into the darkness. Douglas's voice rang in her mind. "You have my love," he'd promised. But love felt distant when trust lay in ruins. She typed another draft post, long this time detailing her side, then hesitated. Conflict churned within her, a part craving vindication, another craving peace. Fans are shocked by her silence, wondering if this pause signals capitulation, or the calm before another tempest. Elsewhere, Jackie spent the early hours drafting letters. One to Chantel, pleading for understanding. Another to Douglas, explaining her actions. Ink smeared as tears fell, each word etched with remorse. "I'm sorry I lost control," she wrote, though pride knotted in her chest. The act of writing brought clarity. This blow, while momentous, was also a symptom of deeper wounds long ignored. Jackie realized that trust hadn't shattered overnight. Years of unmet expectations and unspoken resentments had laid the groundwork. By mid-morning, the hotel corridors buzzed anew. Chantel emerged, determined but fragile, searching for Jackie. She found her mother in a quiet alcove by the elevators, eyes rimmed red. For a heartbeat, their gazes locked, promise and peril interwoven. Chantel swallowed her pride. "I want to talk," she began, voice hushed. Jackie's posture softened, though tension coiled in her shoulders. "Are you sure?" she asked, throat tight. A nod from Chantel was all it took. The two walked toward the lounge, footsteps measured, each step a tentative bridge across a chasm of hurt, as they entered view of startled crew. Cameras blinked back to life. The air thick with anticipation, Chantel took a deep breath. "I leaked the memos," she admitted, voice trembling. "I thought it would heal me." Jackie's eyes widened, a mixture of shock and relief crossing her face. "You didn't have to fight me to tell the truth," she replied softly. Silence stretched between them, heavy with possibility. Fans are shocked by this confession, the raw honesty slicing through layers of artifice. In that shared vulnerability, the seeds of reconciliation glimmered though bruised. Their bond remained amid hushed whispers. Evelyn and Brandi exchanged glances, recognizing the significance of this moment. They knew that healing would not come easy. That trust required action beyond words. But in that fragile embrace of confession and acknowledgement, the family found a flicker of hope. Fans are shocked that after a savage blow, a simple admission might pave the path to redemption. As the cameras rolled, capturing every teardrop and tremor, the narrative shifted. Not a tale of irreversible violence, but of two women confronting their scars, striving to rebuild what once seemed irreparable as the cameras continued rolling. Chantel and Jackie remained locked in that moment of fragile truce. The soft hum of equipment faded into the background, replaced by the steady rhythm of their breathing. Chantal's voice trembled as she added, "I never wanted this fight. I just felt unheard." Jackie's eyes glistened with unshed tears. "I know," she whispered, "but I reacted without listening." Fans are shocked by the raw vulnerability on display, a contrast to the explosive chaos that preceded it. Emotions ran high as viewers sensed the shift from spectacle to sincerity, from conflict to connection. Outside the suite, Evelyn and Brandi exchanged quiet relief. They had anticipated more headline-grabbing drama, but this authentic exchange promised a deeper story. Brandi nudged Evelyn, nodding toward the open door. "This could be the turning point," she murmured. Evelyn glanced back at Chantal and Jackie, noting the way their shoulders softened, their faces relaxed. She allowed herself a small smile. "Let's hope this time they rebuild. Not just agree for the cameras," Evelyn replied, mindful that reality shows often recycle reconciliations as temporary reprieves. Chantal stepped forward, reaching for Jackie's hand. The gesture, though simple, carried the weight of years of hurt. "Can you forgive me?" Chantal asked, voice barely above a whisper. Jackie paused, her thumb tracing the back of Chantel's hand. "Forgiving you is part of how I heal," she admitted. "But I need time to trust again." Fans are shocked at the honesty. Trust seldom earns airtime in high-drama reality TV. Emotions ran high as viewers felt they were witnessing not a scripted resolution, but a genuine offering of grace as they embraced. The mood in the suite warmed. Heartfelt laughter replaced tense silences. And old memories surfaced the time Jackie cheered Chantel on at her first school recital. The secret bedtime rituals that once bonded them. Forgiveness did not erase betrayal. It marked the beginning of a long journey. The family was left divided no more, at least for now, as dual loyalties aligned in shared compassion later. The sisters joined Evelyn and Brandi in the lounge, where Douglas waited. He rose as they entered, concern etched on his face. Chantel approached him first, slipping her hand into his. "We're okay," she assured, though her voice hinted at lingering fragility. Douglas wrapped an arm around her, shoulders offering steady strength. Turning to Jackie, he nodded. "Thank you for protecting our family, even when it got messy," he said. Jackie's face softened, pride mingling with remorse. "I just want us whole again," she replied. Production staff hovered discreetly, capturing every exchange. They witnessed a cycle, leak, blow up, confession, forgiveness. But this chapter felt different, less about ratings, more about repair. A sound engineer flicked through levels, ensuring each spoken word was preserved. In the control room, executives eyed the monitors. One remarked, "We've got gold draw emotion, real stakes." Another cautioned, "Don't overread it. The audience will smell a stunt." The decision hung in the balance. Package the reconciliation as a true breakthrough or temper it for maximum suspense in later episodes. Meanwhile, social media ignited anew. Clips of the embrace flooded timelines, dozens of heart emojis replacing angry hashtags. Fans are shocked by how quickly outrage transforms into empathy when forgiveness takes center stage. Comment sections overflowed with personal anecdotes. "My mom and I nearly drifted apart. This gives me hope," wrote one viewer. 20-year-olds and 50-year-olds alike shared family stories, connecting over the universal need for understanding. The family was left united, if only in the court of public sentiment. As night deepened, the sisters retired to their respective rooms. Chantal sank onto her bed, exhaustion tugging at her. Douglas sat beside her, brushing stray hairs from her forehead. "You did the right thing," he whispered. Chantal closed her eyes, letting the comfort wash over her. Beneath the fatigue, a cautious optimism stirred. She knew recovery would be uneven, that moments of doubt would resurface. But for the first time since the leak, she felt the weight of isolation lift. Across the hall, Jackie gazed at photographs. Lining the dresser, family vacations, candlelit birthdays, candid snapshots of laughter. Her fingers traced a picture of Chantal as a toddler, jumpsuit splattered with finger paint. Tears brimmed as she remembered simpler times. She picked up the phone, drafting a message to Chantel. "Thank you for choosing honesty. Let's keep talking even when it's hard." Satisfied, she pressed send, hopeful that small gestures would rebuild their bond brick by brick. The next morning dawned cool and clear. Sunlight spilled into the hotel atrium, illuminating the courtyard, where chants of new day. New chants could almost be heard. Production schedules called for a family breakfast segment, neither confrontation nor forced smiles, but an invitation to share a genuine meal. Cameras were set up at an elegant round table, where Chantel, Jackie, Evelyn, and Brandi gathered. The crew awaited the signal, ready to film an unscripted moment of unity. As they took their seats, Chantal offered a shy smile. Jackie returned it, warm and open. Evelyn raised her coffee cup in a toasting gesture. "To family," she said, voice bright. Brandi chimed in to truth and trust. The others echoed the sentiment. For once, no undercurrent of tension rippled through the group. Breakfast passed with polite conversation, favorite breakfast dishes, travel plans. Even lighthearted teasing about Chantal's endless craving for pancakes. Fans are shocked at the normalcy, the absence of drama proof that peace, however fragile, can be as compelling as conflict. Yet reality TV rarely grants true closure. As plates emptied, a studio producer approached the table with a discreet note. Chantal read it and her brow furrowed. She glanced at Jackie. "Executives want an exclusive interview about our journey," Chantal said. Silence hovered briefly, then Jackie nodded. "We'll do it, but on our terms," she replied. Chantal exhaled, relief mixing with resolve. They had navigated the storm. Now they would chart the narrative. Fans are shocked by this show of unity, by two women taking ownership of their story. Rather than letting leaks and headlines dictate. Later that afternoon, the sisters sat before a single camera. The bustle of crew reduced to a faint hum. Chantal began, voice steady. "We faced a moment that almost broke us," she acknowledged. Jackie continued. "But we chose to fight for understanding, not for ratings." Cameras captured every nuance. A nod here, a hand on a shoulder there. When they finished, the room exhaled a collective breath of relief. The footage promised a powerful segment, one that might redefine viewers' expectations of reality drama. Outside the studio doors, gossip bloggers buzzed. "Are we witnessing the end of the feud?" one headline asked. "Family redemption story emerges," another speculated. Fans are shocked by the rapid shift in tone, from outrage to celebration. Yet beneath the surface, commentators noted the pattern: leaks, fights, apologies, interviews. Cyclical drama remained the engine of engagement. This chapter might offer a respite, but only time would tell if true healing endured beyond the camera's gaze. Evening descended, and the hotel's grand ballroom hosted a celebratory gathering, a cast party where the sisters would appear together. As they entered arm in arm, flashes erupted. Chants of best friends again trailed behind them. They paused on the red carpet, turning to face the crowd. Chantal leaned into Jackie, whispering, "We did it." Jackie smiled, the bond between them palpable. Fans are shocked by the solidarity, a scene more heartfelt than any scripted reunion. Cameras rolled, capturing a tableau of redemption. Inside, revelers toasted champagne, laughter echoing off crystal chandeliers. Evelyn and Brandi flanked the reunited duo, sharing stories of the morning's breakfast and the upcoming interview. Whispers drifted that sponsors were lining up, eager to align with this narrative of resilience. The family was left united in the ballroom's soft glow, if only for one evening. Chants of family unity forever seemed to hang in the air. Even as guests knew tomorrow held new challenges. As the night wound down, Chantal and Jackie found a quiet balcony. The city. Lights spread below like scattered jewels. Chantal rested her head on Jackie's shoulder. "Thank you for not giving up," she said. Jackie placed a gentle kiss on her daughter's hair. "I'll always be here, no matter how fierce I have to fight." Below them, the city pulsed with life stories of conflict and resolution playing out on countless screens. Fans are left, stunned at the complexity of one family's journey, reminded that beneath sensational headlines lie real hearts seeking connection. As the lights dimmed, Chantal and Jackie stood side by side, ready to face whatever came next. Together, the morning. After the hallway clash arrived with an uneasy calm, Chantel woke to the hollow silence of her suite, the ricochet of yesterday's blow still pulsing through her thoughts. She stared at her phone, flooded with messages, friends offering support, fans picking sides. Outside the suite, Chantal paced a small terrace overlooking the city skyline. Rays of sunlight glinted off distant skyscrapers, a stark contrast to the dark clouds gathering in her mind. She phoned her childhood best friend, Nova. "I feel like I ruined everything," Chantal admitted, voice cracking. Nova's response, steady and firm, cut through her despair. "You didn't ruin a Sue, just revealed our wounds. Now we can heal." Fans are shocked to see the role of friendship rather than fame in guiding Chantal's decisions. Tearful but resolute, Chantal promised Nova she would face the fallout head dash on. Meanwhile, Jackie retreated to a quiet chapel inside the hotel spa. She sank onto a wooden pew, the hush wrapping around her like a bomb. She clasped her hands, whispering plea after plea for clarity and forgiveness. "I want our family whole again," she prayed. Moments later, Evelyn returned with fresh water and a sympathetic smile. "We'll get through this," Evelyn murmured, though her eyes betrayed lingering doubt. For Jackie, hope flickered. Perhaps faith and honesty could salvage what punches and lawsuits threatened to destroy. As midday approached, for a fresh leak rattled both camps. A private text from Chantal to a podcast host, boasting that the blow was the best publicity I've had in years. Clips of the message spread like wildfire, reigniting accusations that Chantal orchestrated the violence herself. Chantel's phone buzzed incessantly with angry notifications, which was taken out of context. She posted publicly in a brief, tearful video, "I never said that." But in the unforgiving court of social media, clarifications rarely silence. Outrage. Fans are shocked by the ease with which one misquoted text can overshadow sincere apologies. Emotions ran high again, trust plummeting anew. In response, Jackie's publicist circulated a contrasting memo, an early morning statement, revealing that Jackie had sought mediation weeks before, offering numerous olive branches. The memo included emails where Jackie suggested family therapy only to be rebuffed. Prentices and paparazzi vans filmed Jackie stepping out of the spa, a single teardrop tracing a path down her cheek. Tabloids hailed mother's agony, framing Chantal as the cold-hearted antagonist. The family was left divided, those who viewed Jackie as a proactive peacemaker and those who viewed her as controlling. By afternoon, the sisters agreed to a mediated meeting in the hotel's art gallery, a neutral ground adorned with modern canvases evoking themes of reconciliation. Seated across from each other at a glass table, Chantal and Jackie faced a professional mediator named Lucas. He began, "Our goal today is to uncover underlying issues and set boundaries moving forward." Chantal's shoulders trembled, but she met her mother's gaze. "I felt silenced," she began, "like my voice only mattered when it suited your image." Jackie nodded, tears pooling. "I feared you would betray our family secrets," she replied. Emotions ran high as the mediator guided them through a series of dialogues, revelation peeling back layers of resentment and hurt. Fans are shocked to hear intimate confessions. Chantal admitting she envied her mother's ease in the spotlight. Jackie revealing she feared being overshadowed by her daughter's pregnancy storyline. The family was left divided no more, as the sisters acknowledged mutual missteps. Each apology felt raw, unscripted proof that beneath the glitz, genuine emotion endured. Behind them, Evelyn and Brandi observed with tight smiles, aware that this footage might become the season's most poignant moment. Production assistants hovered with cameras, capturing unguarded tears and tentative smiles. Mindful that these frames held the power to sway public sentiment, as the mediated session drew to a close. Lucas summarized their progress. You have laid bare cracks in trust, acknowledged hurts, and committed to rebuilding. He then asked them to outline a plan. Chantal suggested weekly check-ins without cameras, a safe space to speak freely. Jackie proposed drafting joint social media posts to present a unified front. They both agreed to revisit their therapy therapist from years ago and resume sessions. Fans are shocked by the clarity of these action plans, rarely seen in reality TV, where conflicts renew each episode. Hope flickered as the sisters shook hands, a gesture witnessed by only a handful of viewers, at first soon to be shared across millions of screens. Later in the lounge, Chantal and Jackie joined Evelyn and Brandi for a quiet lunch. The mood was subdued, yet hopeful. Chantel served Jackie a forkful of herbal salad, smiling. "Try this," she said. Jackie tasted it, nodding. "Delicious," she agreed. Brandi raised her water glass in a small toast. Two fresh starts. Evelyn chimed in, and honest stories. The four women clinked glasses, genuine warmth flickering beneath cautious smiles. Cameras clicked unobtrusively, framing a scene free from dramatic turns, proof that sometimes peace makes the most compelling narrative. The afternoon brought a surprise. A video call request from Douglas, who was back home. He appeared on a tablet screen, eyes shining with unshed emotion. "I'm so proud of both of you," he said. "This shows real strength." Chantal wiped a tear. "We're doing it together for our baby's future." Jackie reached out to touch the screen. "Thank you for your support," she said. Fans are shocked by Douglas's unexpected role as peacemaker, a quiet anchor amid storms. Emotions ran high as viewers felt the family bond reinforced by love and commitment, rather than scandal and spectacle. That evening, the sisters convened with producers to review clips from the mediation. Executives leaned in as Chantal's apology resonated on the screen. "I want to be your daughter again," she said, voice soft. And Jackie's reply, "I want to be your mother again," she added, tears glinting under studio lights. The room was silent, the weight of authenticity palpable. One producer broke the hush. "This is gold, real emotion that viewers crave." Another cautioned, "We'll need to pace it so we don't peak too early." They drafted a rollout strategy, interweaving past conflicts with current resolutions to maintain narrative momentum. As midnight approached, hotel corridors emptied. Chantal stood on her balcony again, gazing at the twinkling city. She sent a final text to Jackie. "Thank you for today." Jackie's reply arrived almost instantly. "Thank you for never giving up." The two sisters, separated by a few doors, found solace in digital warmth. Fans are shocked at how a simple text encapsulated months of feuding, reminding viewers that beneath every headline lies the potential for connection. Emotions ran high in the virtual sphere, as fan pages celebrated the tentative truce with heart, emojis and pledges of support in the hush before sleep. Chantal journaled her thoughts. The ache of yesterday's pain, the relief of today's reconciliation, the uncertainty of tomorrow's path. She wrote, "We are flawed, but we choose each other." Across the corridor, Jackie scribbled in her own notebook, "I regret the blow, but I cherish the breakthrough." In those parallel moments, both women face the truth that healing is not linear meanders through setbacks and surprises. Yet, for now, they rested with a fragile peace cradling their hearts. Outside, the city hummed with endless stories. Cameras would soon awaken, capturing fresh scenes of triumph or trouble. But in the quiet dawn, Chantel and Jackie found a rare gift: grace. Fans are shocked to witness real reconciliation, the kind that transcends sensational headlines. The family was left united at last, not by the absence of conflict, but by the resolve to transform it into a foundation for something stronger in a world hungry for drama. They offered instead a glimpse of redemption, proof that even the fiercest fight can lead to healing when two hearts decide it must. The saga of Jackie and Chantel has taken us from whispered secrets to a corridor clash that no one saw coming, and now you have the full picture of how trust shattered sparks a violent blow. You've watched the raw confessions, felt the sting of betrayal, and witnessed the tentative steps toward forgiveness. But the question remains: can a single apology really mend the fractures of a family pushed to its breaking point? Will Chantal's bold choice to reclaim her narrative and Jackie's fierce defense of her honor lead to lasting healing? Or are we merely witnessing a temporary truce before the next scandal erupts? Fans are shocked by how quickly allies shift and loyalties fray when private pain becomes public spectacle. And emotions ran high as every leaked memo and diary excerpt intensified the divide. Now it's your turn to weigh in. Were you moved by Chantel's vulnerability when she admitted the leak was her decision? Or do you believe her confession was just another strategic maneuver? Do you think Jackie's strike was a moment of necessary self-defense, or an unforgivable breach of maternal bonds? The family was left divided at each turn, but you hold the power to influence the next chapter of this unfolding drama. Share your take below. Will they rebuild stronger than before? Or are the cracks too deep for even the most heartfelt apology to bridge? If this roller coaster of scandal, tears, and tentative reconciliation kept you on the edge of your seat, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an exclusive breakdown of reality's most explosive feuds. Ring the bell to stay updated on every twist, every leaked whisper, and every emotional reveal as this riveting story continues. Dive into the comments and join the conversation. Let your voice be heard on where the next twist might come from, which side you're on, and what you think it will take for this family to find genuine peace. Your opinion could shape the narrative.